I did test the people around me all the time. I did it for 6 good months, and I said, would you buy it if I get it ready made? And like 99% of my answer was yes. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Ivan, for inviting me. I'm Sonya Oguin. My business is Elegancia. I'm happily married with 3 kids. My parents are from Benin. I've been in US for 20 years. And I have my master in, my bachelor in nursing. I'm RN, BSN RN. And I started my master degree, but I did not finish. That's when I decided to make a U-turn to really embrace what I really love to do. Yeah, in a quick sentence, that's me. So anytime we go to the to the custom designer, I will have to anytime I will always say, even though I was little from 5 years old, I will always draw my own thing. Like, I want the skirt to be like this, I want the shirt, I want this bow tie, I want this. I always create it. And my mom always said, if you don't do it the way she said it, she will never wear it. And that was me. I was such a strong woman in character. Like, if the design were not what I said, I would never wear it, to be honest. I like to be unique, whatever I wear, and I just I just grew up with it. So moving to US, and when you go to college, some advising people will tell you, oh, um, I love healthcare. That was my first thing I was gonna go to, healthcare administration. Then they told me, oh, nursing is always better, do that and blah blah blah. So I do that. I did my nursing actually, but I worked before that. I did actually pharmacy first. I did 2 years pharmacy. I worked for 10 years in pharmacy before I did nursing. So I decided to got into nursing, and I did it. I worked on the floor for 5 years, and I wanted to serve as well in Africa. So I went to Africa for 2 years to work with to do a new job with USID, and then I came back. And with my last son, my husband and I, we just said, why spend so much for daycare? And we both decided I wanted to be a home mom. So I was like, yes, it is really important for us to um, teach them our value, instead of spending so much money on daycare and things like that. So while I was home, that's when my passion started really, really, really grow into me. And I said, okay, I have so many design that I put there and all those things, and it's sitting there. I'll draw, and it's there, and it's there. And I decided one day I wanted to start something. What do you think? And my husband's like, why not? Go for it. You're at home. And you said that you don't like the master degree that you are doing, so why not just, instead of waste money, just do what you like? So I say, sure. So I just, anytime I go somewhere, people will ask me, oh, I like your outfit, who did it? And I will always say me, or things like that. And then I start doing a kind of survey. If I have it ready made, would you buy it? And I did that for like 6 months. Most of the answer, 99% of my answer were yes, I will. So after my survey for 6 months, I decided to start my ready-made outfit. That's how I started at home. But one morning, I was just there, and my husband gave me one envelope, just like, I'm like, it's not my birthday. Is it a gift or something? And I opened it, and he put a nice note, and he put inside, $300 just like that. And he said, do whatever you want, do whatever you want to do with your $100 and start from somewhere your business with it. And I was like, oh, wow, that's fun. Yeah. So wow, I was like, oh, that's so nice. That's so, I was so happy. So to tell you that I started with $200. It will be 3 years. It will be 3 years in July. Right. So I started with my $200, just like that. I got a material, and I started with my own money, $200, completely from nowhere. I never went to school for sewing. I never take classes for sewing. I never go to school for fashion designing. To be honest, I never took a class for it. Never.
Wow. That is wonderful.
It's a complete gift from heaven, to be honest. Never went to school for it.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. For the business part, to be honest, I have learned a lot. I have really learned a lot. I pay some classes. Sometimes I ask for help. Sometimes I pay people to help me. For the website, I have paid for somebody to do it. Things that I cannot do, I try my best to learn or to bring a person that can help me with that, you know. You are just so good, is that you just describe my whole day just like that perfectly. And my kids do have a lot of activities just before the pandemic start. So to be honest, I thank God for my husband. He helps a lot. I have to be honest, he helps a lot. And the other thing is that I do write down every night all the things that I want to do in one day. And my business time is basically because my kids go to French school, they start at 9, and I pick them up at 4. So my business time, most of my energy time is between 9:15 after I drop them, and I come 9:15 and 5 o'clock. Most of my time, that's where I focus. That's where I do my business 100%. You know. I think my big challenge since the pandemic, for example, was that I needed to grow more my social media. I needed to grow more. I needed to have more online presence, you know.
Right.
And because I didn't have that well set up, and I didn't have that mindset of putting myself on social media, I decided to take some classes, and I paid some 101 classes. To be honest, for example, in the summer is the time that I make like almost 50% of my money goal of the year. I make it in the summer, to be honest, because I do a lot of expo. I cover a lot of wedding outfit for the whole crew for the wedding. I do a lot of things in the summer, and most of the time my money goal is reached during the summer. But when this pandemic hit during February, and I was like, oh wow. I know, like my first 2 weeks, I'm a fighter. So to be honest, I'm a fighter. I don't give up easily. So my first 2 weeks, I was like, oh, this is gonna be tough to reach my goal. But I didn't look at that. I was lazy, dragging myself to figure out things a little bit for the first 2-3 weeks. And then everybody was home. My husband also was home. He was working from home. So I said, okay, how about we do some masks and give to people, and also raise money to support single mother, because one of the things that always my heart is supporting single mother. When I look at how much my husband helped me, I imagine the load for single mothers. Even my fabrics, I always get them from single mothers. That's my goal. I always do that. So I decided to do masks to raise money to help single mother that was struggling at the beginning. So once it was boom. Even my husband it just started again, just like month to month. And I make so much mask sale that I was able to help up to $5,000 for single mothers. Thing, like my husband always said, like Dehesa also, she always said, one thing she always said is that when you're doing good, the blessing is always coming back to you. So it's amazing.
Amen.
When I start doing the mask, it's amazing. When people go to get masks on my site, I start even selling more clothes online. That's how I started investing more on my website. You know, I will say this. We all come on this earth with a unique talent. And number one, we must embrace it. Because God gave you that talent for you to be fulfilled and happy. I can spend 24 hours doing clothes and I still not tired because I have that passion, I have that zeal. Number two, you embrace it. Number three, make sure you have a passion for it. Because I love cooking too. I can, anytime I cook, everybody is like, oh my gosh, I want more. I only cook for my family or friends or event or small event when they ask me for friends. And my cook is perfect. But I cannot say that I want to be a cook or I want to have a restaurant because I know I will not spend my day cooking and be happy. Of course not. You know? So I would say number one, of course, is your talent. You know that. Number two, make sure you have a passion for that talent, because you can have a talent but not have a zeal for it, not have a passion for it. You know, it really goes together. Because sometimes you come across difficult clients, and you might feel dim, you might feel sad, but that passion that you have is the only thing that will keep you up, that will push you up, that will still give you the smile. Because one of the things that I have with I would say 99 of my customers always return. That's my big point. And one of the things I heard a lot is my customer service. I love to serve my customers. I don't take them as a customer. I take them as a family. We talk a lot. I try to understand what they really want, what the needs, what they really want to see through the design. And that's where we work from.
Wow.
So if you don't have passion to that talent that you have, it's going to be difficult to fulfill it. You know,
right.
We might, like the Bible said, there is a many talents that you have, but if you don't know how to put the passion into it, it's not going to work. I know I can talk. I know. I just want to say thank you for having me here. And I hope that my experience, my sharing will help somebody, will encourage somebody to know that they can do it from nowhere. They can take it easy. And even this time that seems so slow, that seems difficult, you still can make it. Let me encourage you by saying that I even exceed my goal from home this year. I didn't do expo. I exceed my goal this year. So it's still possible. It's the action that you are taking, it's the work that you are putting into it, is the choice that you make that it will happen. It will happen. And pray, and God will make a way.
Wow, thank you very much. It's been very wonderful. Have a nice day and keep doing all the good things you're doing.